What's up? I'm Luke Grunts from Cleopatrick.
Beautiful. Thanks so much. This is your first time touring Australia. What's been the most exciting or surprising part about finally bringing Cleopatrick here?
I think, exciting has been just seeing like the excitement coming from the fans. Like we've had people asking us to come to Australia for a really long time, but
Yes.
it's never really been in the playbook because it's quite far away and we're
Hmm.
an independent. Um, but yeah, just being able to like satisfy that request for some people has been really awesome. And then the most surprising thing is finding out that we're missing a lot of the country. There's also a lot of disappointed people. Um,
Of course.
which I didn't expect, but I guess it is much like Canada in the way that it's very vast and the cities are very
Yes.
separated,
Yes.
and it's not easy to just travel to a show when it's happening in the same country. So I guess that's a good reason for us to come back.
Yes, exactly. And that just means the next time you can visit all those areas that, look, it happens with every artist. Even major capital cities get missed here on tours. So it's not just you guys.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt pretty bad when we first shared the tour.
No. And you've just upgraded your Melbourne show to the Corner Hotel after selling out Howler. How does it feel to see that kind of demand in a country you've never played before?
It's so cool. Like I guess it's nice as an artist to have like the that kind of a stamp where you just know the show's going to be awesome. I mean, we don't really have many bummer shows, but um, yeah, like now I'm just sure about it. Like Melbourne's going to be crazy, and
Yeah,
then as a byproduct, I feel like the other two are going to be really crazy too.
yeah, definitely. And I found you guys on Instagram, which is crazy to me. How much of a influence, or not influence, but how big of a part did social media have in your career?
Yeah, it's been like an interesting partnership I've had with it. Like I definitely don't play the social media game as much as a lot of other bands, much to the chagrin of the industry people
Yeah.
around us. But I mean, like, yeah, there's part of it that can feel a little facetious to me.
Mhm.
But definitely in the start, like when we first started having people like outside of our little bubble listening to our music, um, Instagram, Twitter, and stuff was like how I was able to connect with them. And back in the day, I was really into like actually connecting with them,
Yeah.
like developing relationships online with these people, speaking with them, and kind of learning about them. Now I can't do that as much. But in the beginning, I think that that was how we were able to like really create a very like strong core fan base from the
Yeah.
start because we kind of like were able to make those early joiners to the cause feel like they were just our friends.
Definitely, definitely. Really authentic. It's like a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because especially starting out in the beginning, it's really helpful for you guys, obviously, to connect with fans. But now I guess it can be, it's also like social media is not always the best place, is it?
Yeah, I think that um, I could easily spend a lot more time working on our social media than I than like that could eclipse making music very
Yeah.
quickly. And in fact, some ways that's kind of promoted, like that's what you should do if you want to make it. It's all about building up these numbers, but um, I think it would all fall apart if I kind of took that approach. I think
Yeah.
that the core of what this thing is would crumble. So that's my excuse.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's fair enough. And what can Aussie fans expect from the live show? Will there be any surprises or special moments just for this tour?
I think that the goal is to give them the most standardized classic Cleopatra show because they just never had that.
Yeah.
So it's like all the greatest hits, some of the new record for the feels. Yeah, the goal is to give them like a crash course in Cleopatra for the night. Well, it shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, that's wicked. Have you ever been here yourself aside from touring, obviously?
No, no. I've thought about it. I when I was younger, I saw Scooby Doo goes to Australia, where uh, and it's like with a band and stuff. They're at the
Yeah.
music festival with the vampires, and I was like really into that movie. And then kind of as a byproduct, I was really into Australia.
Yeah.
Kangaroo Jack was a big one.
Yeah.
Uh, but no, I never made it down solo.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're excited to welcome you. We're really big on like snacks and coffee here. Is there anything that you're like wanting to try most from here?
Yeah, it's the coffee actually, because I'm like I've accidentally become like a coffee snob.
Yeah.
Um, Me and my fiance are like really into it. Um, and yeah, I'm hoping to get like a really nice coffee every morning that I'm in Australia because I heard it's kind of like upper echelon of
Oh
coffee
yeah.
quality.
Yeah, yeah. We're really big snobs with our coffee as well.
That's
Um,
great.
what's the coffee like in Canada? Is it I've been to America and their coffee, in my opinion, tastes like dirt water. But what about Canada?
Canada's pretty sweet actually. Like there's if you're in like a major city, there's a handful of cool spots that are like they got the cool beans and the cool vibe and the soft jazz music playing and
Nice.
that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, in rural Canada, it's gonna be the same as the US. It's like a lot of instant coffee and stuff. But you know what? I like that stuff too.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think that there's a magic to it. There's a romance.
Yeah, yeah, no, that I can understand that. And your latest record, Fake Moon, blends lo-fi grit with expansive production. How do you translate that sonic mix into a live setting?
Yeah, that was really fun. Like when we were making Fake Moon, um, the goal was actually to make a record that it was like we'd have to really do some like high level meta analysis of our live show in order to recreate that. Um, and it was like the right amount of challenge. So live, we just used some different equipment. The sounds kind of like bloom into what feels more of like a studio production. When we play the old stuff, it really feels like a garage band.
Yeah,
And then there's these cool moments where it crossfades into like, yeah, kind of feeling like a little more surreal is, I guess, a good way to put it.
yeah.
So yeah, it's been really fun, and I think it makes the set like just that much more exciting.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And with this album in the studio, did you guys lay the tracks down pretty quick, or do you like to really take your time making sure everything sounds perfect?
This album took a really long time, and there was like the stuff that we did in the studio because we had like a chapter where we worked with the producer. Um, that went really quick. But other stuff like a lot of the stuff that I worked on kind of solo as songwriting and like demoing ended up becoming like uh, what appears on the record.
Hmm.
That stuff took forever because I was learning like the language I wanted to use with the like computer plus the guitar thing going on. Like there was like a lot of discovery that needed to happen.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that part was a long process, but in the end it did come together quick.
Yeah, yeah. And you've described Cleopatric's sound as the audio equivalent to to PlayStation 1 graphics. Can you unpack that a little bit?
Yeah, yeah, it's like I think that with our older music, there was like a lo-fi thing to it
Mhm.
of like we like the sound of the guitars clipping and bury the vocals in the wall of, riff. Um, and then as we've grown, the like kind of logical step from that as we've deepened our knowledge of like production and stuff has been to find like a new angle on that kind of
Yeah,
like but using technology. And
yeah,
so the PlayStation 1 graphics thing comes from like I just got really obsessed with recording on my MacBook, but then like degrading the audio and um, bit crushing, like pulling information out of the recording, and it gets all these weird resonances and just like basically breaking a lot of rules and not being like tender with the music.
yeah.
Um, but in the end, it shaped up to make this record that does feel really like low poly and kind of like liminal, um, which I think is really beautiful.
Yeah, it's really awesome how you've experimented into that and pushed it further. And that is really like the best way to describe, like you've hit the nail on the head. It does like I had a PlayStation 1 and 2, but it does sound exactly like a soundtrack to a game.
Yeah, it's like someone tried to make it as realistic as possible, but they were limited by the technology they had.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And what was the most personal song for you to write on Fake Moon?
Well, that's a good question. I think that um, probably "Love You." That one's like some of the other ones that feel like there's like a little character that lives between me and the song,
Mhm.
but that one's like really, personal.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. And you've cited influences as diverse as Radiohead, Dijon, Califone. How do you decide what to draw from and what to leave behind when creating your own sound?
Hmm. I think that it's firmly planted in like intuition. Like
Mhm.
I really, when it came time to make this record, I really had this like deep feeling in me that it just had to be what I was hearing in my head. Like I couldn't like recreate what we had just done because I knew that that's what like a lot of our fans wanted. And that became this huge internal battle of like needing to satisfy like an artistic value I had
Mhm.
versus like, this is also how I make my living. I didn't really know what would happen to jump off the edge of just making what I wanted, like making a selfish record. Um, but I'm really glad I did because I think that yeah, it's deep into like what people can expect from this band,
Yeah.
and I think now like we're gonna start making our next record shortly, and uh, it's cool knowing that like nobody can predict what it's gonna be.
No.
Not even myself because I have to just go back to that intuition and kind of
Yeah.
find what's gonna
That's
happen.
wicked. And did you have any new influences for Fake Moon?
Yeah, definitely. Like when we made all our old music, we were listening to a lot of stuff that kind of sounded like that. I
Yeah.
still think that we tried like with our old records, we tried to make something that nobody had made before. It was like the thing we wanted rock to be.
Yeah.
Um, but then like after that, just touring so much, I started listening to like more music than I had ever consumed in my life. And I
Wow.
really became more open-minded about music. And so yeah, like a billion different influences seeped in, and I just realized like the well goes so much deeper than I thought. And
Yeah.
that kind of realization is what allowed us to make a record that's so different.
I can imagine. Like, with all that musical information that you were picking up, were you like, oh, I want to take things from here, 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 and here?
I think it was like, I mean, subconsciously, yeah, there was probably a lot of like little light bulb moments listening to songs and being like, wow, well, that made me feel so wonderful or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that um, I ultimately felt like making something tender and pretty and beautiful was like, that's where it had to go next.
Yeah,
Um, just to contrast what we had done before.
definitely. And it does contrast so nicely with the heavier stuff that came before. Um, and Cleopatrick songs often balance emotional weight with sonic intensity. Does one of those elements usually come first in the writing process?
Yeah, it's the emotional weight. Like
Yeah.
I've always felt that the songs are really about things. Like we don't make rock music about like chicks or whatever,
No.
like the low hanging fruit.
Exactly.
Or if there is a mention of that kind of thing, there's usually like a little analogy behind it, or it's metaphorical or something.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that not to sound hoity-toity, but um, that is where it all stems from. Like the only way that I think Ian and me feel that we can like perform songs or record them or like have any work to put out there is it has to be grounded in like a really real like personal feeling.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think that's why I like you guys so much because, like, a lot of the music that I like does not focus on like that low-hanging fruit of typical, your stereotypical topics of women or whatever. Like, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Between the two of you, who's more likely to lose their passport on tour?
uh, Neither of us. Our tour manager Jake is probably the most likely to lose his passport.
What's he
Yeah,
doing?
because that has happened. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, far
Yeah,
out.
it's just loose pockets. It's so funny. It's awesome.
Oh, what did you do?
We found it. Just had
Thank
to
God.
put in some work and find it.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah, you and I are very diligent. We're organized guys.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's awesome. And is there a particular moment, maybe something funny or just plain weird that's happened from any of your tours in any country you've been to?
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, it's hard to pick one. I think one I've been reflecting on lately is just this guy that Ian and Jake and I met in this bar in London, like the first time we had gone over to play in the UK. We
Mhm.
were like, I really feel like we were kids and basically just met like a pirate. And he was like so drunk, and we have all these video clips of him like trying to explain some high level thing to us, but
Oh my
doesn't make
God.
sense. He's just laughing, and then we're laughing with him, and he says, "It's not a joke." We're like,
Oh,
"Yeah, I don't know."
sorry.
Yeah, I was recently going through some of that audio and just remembered this character and
Oh,
wondered
that's
where he's at.
hilarious. That's so
Yeah.
good. Maybe you can include some of his audio into a song one day. Maybe not.
Yes. No, actually, you've just spoken the future. It's
Oh,
in.
oh,
It's in.
no way. That's awesome. And if you could recruit any Australian artist, past or present, for a one-off collaboration, who would it be? It's a tough one.
It is. I mean, okay, like I just want to say AC/DC, but then I really think about it. I just want to hang out with them. I don't know if I really want to collaborate. I just want to let them do their thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that I mean, there's a singer songwriter that I love called Julia Jacqueline.
I can't, yeah, yeah. I feel like I've heard of her. Yeah.
Just incredible, and I love her music. And I've actually got to meet her a couple times, like at festivals we've played.
Oh,
And one time when I saw her play in Toronto, and every time I've completely botched the interaction. Like I get so nervous, and
oh,
then I like embarrass myself. Um, but I'd sort of like to mend that embarrassment by like collaborating, making a really
yes.
nice song. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Don't worry.
Yeah.
After speaking to a lot of my music idols, I do the same, and then I walk away from the interview going, "Why did I say that? Or why was I like that?" It sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's so funny. That's what
Yeah.
happens when you put people on a pedestal.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And last question, you guys have been friends since childhood. What's one thing Ian still does on tour that makes you shake your head?
Shake my head. Sometimes, well, we often share hotel rooms, and sometimes he'll set an alarm, but then he'll sleep through it. And then it's just kind of turns into my alarm. It's not that big of a deal because we're getting up like usually within like 10 minutes of each other, but
Yeah.
sometimes I'll just be in there and it's like so classic. And he always makes it a song. It's never like a stock alarm. It's like Brian Storm, Arctic Monkeys. And
Oh,
I'm sitting there listening.
oh, that's wonderful. Oh, Luke, we're so excited to see you guys here so soon, finally. And please come back again as well. Yeah, we love you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.